They didn't come with fire and swords or storm the gates in boots. They didn't howl or tear down walls or burn forbidden routes. No planes above, no tanks below, no sirens in the air. Just quiet men in tailored suits who said they came to care. They didn't take your home away, they gave you one instead. With neutral walls and neutral words where all your thoughts were fed. They gave you screens and offered choice and told you this is free. But every voice came pre-approved and each one sounded me. They came with words, not bombs, not knives. They offered structure, ordered lives. They labeled chaos, drew a line between your will and what was mine. No muzzle, no iron, no rope to swing. Just careful edits to everything. They didn't ban the holy books, they printed fresher takes. They said the older ones were dense and filled with past mistakes. They didn't ban the poets, no, they crowned them with awards for writing lines that shined with pride but never cut towards swords. They kept the music soft and clean, they kept the drums polite. They said discomfort was a sin and rage could not be right. They told us art was healing now, no longer meant to warn. And all the songs that once stood tall were filed under reform. You used to write with sharpened ink, a flame beneath your pen, but now you scroll and when you speak, you only quote again. The edge is gone, the curve remains. Of phrases long made tame, you trace the ruins of your voice, but cannot name the name. They did not burn the libraries, they let the pages fade, until the facts meant what they said and history obeyed. They kept the names and switched the roles till guilt and pride aligned, then handed out new flags and myths and taught them in real time. And when a child asked why is that, they gently shook their head. It's better not to stir the past, let sleep in truth stay dead. They built a glossary of peace where conflict had no place. They taught the children how to smile but not how to face. They came with words, not change, not fear. They said you're safe and kept you near. They redrew love and trimmed it clean. No thorns allowed in this machine. They whispered rules and gave you praise, and slowly dimmed your inner blaze. You once believed in stars and dust and fire behind the eye. You spoke in tongues of ancient rage and songs that dared to cry. You used to curse the dying light, you used to curse the day. Now you just nod at every cue and hope it goes away. You call it growth, you call it peace, you call it moving on. But you have not known silence yet, not deep, not old, not long. There is a hush that kills the soul, a hush that comes with smiles. And every year it deepens more, disguised as grace, as style. And now your dreams are smaller things like comfort, rest, and ease. You've traded wonder for control and vision for appease. You quote the men who caged your thought, you thank them for the fence. You walk in circles proudly now and call it common sense. They didn't kill the sacred fire, they covered it in snow. They told you warmth was not the goal, that safety meant don't glow. They didn't ban imagination, they monetized the streams, then filled them up with hollow gods and pre-approved daydreams. Now when you speak, you echo back, you play a borrowed role. They left your mouth and body free, but shackled down your soul. And if you dare to raise your hand or name the thing they hide, they'll kindly nod and say you're lost and call it suicide. They came with words and not with flame. They left you free but changed your name. They followed your mind in silent rows and taught you not to feel the blows. They took your will and sold you common And still there's one who holds the thread, who writes in ash and paints in red, who speaks the old tongue none recall, but listens close behind